for this week. Week 3. Week 2 was really pretty weird. If anyone else saw those games, Roethlisberger going down for the entire season, Breeze going down for 6 weeks, and apparently Cam Newton's not playing this week, and Sam Darnold's out with mono, and Nick Foles broke his collarbone last week. It's a pretty weird season here, folks. But we're going to keep moving forward, and we're going to be looking at the first 5 games. Everyone knows the first game is today, Tennessee at Jacksonville. Okay, this game's supposed to be really close, and I do see it being really close, considering how good Jacksonville's defense is and how good Tennessee's defense is, and it's going to be a very good defensive matchup, I think. Now, what I'm concerned about for the Jaguars is, even though Gardner Minshew has looked good, and I do think he's the future of that franchise after Nick Foles is done, that Tennessee defense is good, and it's gonna be about the same as the game last week against the Texans. I think it's gonna go. So Jacksonville's at home, so I think it should be a good game, but I do think Tennessee's the better team, and I think that Tennessee has a shot at making the playoffs this year, because they're a good team if Mariota can take the next step up in his development. So I'm going to pick Tennessee here to win it outright. And Jacksonville, I don't see how they cover. There's a 2-point. They're supposed to lose by 2 points. I mean, it's not like those teams are going to win by a field goal, and you just can't cover. Okay, moving on to the next game, Cincinnati at Buffalo. So I believed in Cincinnati last week, and I really shouldn't have. That team looked downright awful and unbearable to watch. But I do think Cincinnati's one of those teams that is bad, and then have a great game and end up upsetting a team, which is why it's really, really hard to pick this game. So, it's really not that hard to pick. Cincinnati at Buffalo. Let's talk about Buffalo for a second. Buffalo has looked downright amazing to start out the season and looks like a wild card contender at the beginning of the season. This Buffalo's defense looks on point, and this offense run by Allen, and I'm just going to say Shady, but unfortunately Shady's not there anymore. Frank Gore and Devin Singletary are really good running backs, and they're going to be able to get this running game going. And then Allen's been able to spread the ball around between John Brown and Cole Beasley extremely well. So I'm excited to see this game because I like Buffalo so much. I don't think the Bengals have a shot at covering. This is going to be Buffalo's first home game, so that'll be good for them. And I think the Buffalo Bills are going to start the season 3-0. It's a 6-point. Bills are only supposed to win by 6 points. I see it being a lot more than that. The Bengals, no way they're going to be able to cover. Okay, moving on to the next game. Miami at Dallas. And this is my lock of the week. I'm excited because this Dallas Cowboys game could be a blowout. I think everyone knows it. The Dolphins have scored a grand total of 1 touchdown this year and a grand total of 10 points in 2 games. That's not good. I think this game's not even going to be close. I mean, the line to set, the Dallas is supposed to win by 22.5. I don't even think they win by that little. They're going to blow them out. Poor Miami. But they've started a long rebuild. They've shipped away Minkah Fitzpatrick, who is probably the best player on that defense. Xavier Howard's still there, and Christian Wilkins still there, and those are probably the only 2 pieces of that Miami team that I would keep going forward. Everything else needs to be replaced. So, this game's going to be a blowout. This is my lock of the week. Dallas is going to win. Destroys Miami. Okay, Denver at Green Bay. Now, this is where things get difficult because Green Bay's looked really good. Really good. And I gotta say, Denver has not, other than last week. And I think last week is what is pulling me this already. Okay? I think Denver's a better team than a lot of teams get here. They got destroyed by Oakland, and I understand that. But they really pulled it together against the Bears. And the Bears are a better offensive unit than a lot of people think. And they almost won that game. If it wasn't for a stupid call of roughing the passer, I think the Denver Broncos probably win that game and start out the season 1-1, and the Bears start 0-2. But unfortunately, Denver lost that game. I do think they have a good shot here. Even though it's going to be at Green Bay, I think, at the very least, this Denver Broncos team is going to cover, and I'm going to put them to win outright. I know that's probably, I don't even think that's my upset of the week. Okay, and the last game, Atlanta at Indianapolis. Okay, now, if you want to talk about two teams that proved me wrong last week, it's the Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. I thought that Colts game was going to be a blowout. I thought it because I thought, oh man, the Titans look fantastic week 1. I mean, it's Indy. They don't have Andrew Luck anymore, but Brissett's showing that he's probably the second best quarterback in that division. So I'm just excited to see what Brissett does here against Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta proved me wrong as well because I thought that Philadelphia game was going to be a blowout, but I shouldn't have thought that because I was on the assumption that Redskins are better than everyone thought, and I should have been on the assumption that the Eagles are worse than everyone thought, and that's what happened. So this Falcons team's 1-1. The Colts are 1-1. This is going to be a really close matchup, but I'm going to pick the Falcons to win it outright. They're not favored in this game. Indy is, because it's at Indy, but Indy's only supposed to win by 1. So there's no way I'd take the spread on this one as a bet. And there's no way Indy's going to be able to cover. I mean, it's just a fact. So I think Atlanta's going to win it outright. I'm excited to see this game. I don't know who else is. I'm excited for week 3. I hope everyone else is as well. Hey everybody, it's GGB, co-host Puppers, saying farewell.